Hey, welcome to today's episode. My name is Brandy Shaver, and I am one of the founders here at Beach Boss Influencers. And today we are talking about how to grow your network so that you can grow your net worth. Okay, so when you got started in network marketing, you had something called a warm market. Let me know wherever you're watching this video if you had a warm market. Someone told you when you first got started, make a list of your 20 most whatever people or your 100 most whatever people, and let's go talk to those people, right? So I want you to think about how that network was built, okay? That network is your net worth. Right now, that's what you are worth, is that network of people based on the way network marketing works, right? And so when I got started, I had a small network of people, right? I'd spent time in my life building a few relationships, and I'm more of an introvert, right? I don't go out and like join clubs and all those things. I mean, I was on the drill team and cheerleading when I was in high school, but then I had a family and I was home and doing my own thing. And I didn't have a ton of, people to go talk to. So when I got started, I quickly blew through my network. And what I found was that once that network was gone, and your network is people that know, like, and trust you. Okay. Someone you could call up right now and say, hey, Jenny, you know what? I just got started in a project and I want to share it with you. I want to work with you. I want to show you what this is going to look like. And let's take a look at doing this together. Right now, Jenny, it might fit for Jenny and it might not. But if you don't have people to call up and say, hey, take a look at this, you've got to build a new network so you can grow your net worth. Okay. Now, this is really hard for a lot of people to understand. They think once they take their business online, that it's going to be super simple. Okay. And I was one of those people. I thought, you know what? I'm going to put a post out there and I'm going to talk about how amazing my company and my products are and how much money they pay me. And it's going to be amazing and everybody's going to enroll. Right. Well, what I found out is that is not how this works. Right. What I found out is that when you come online, there's some things that you have to do to grow that new network. Okay. So remember that it's important to always build the know, like, and trust. And for me, when I was out of that network of people in my small town where I live, I decided to go belly to belly with people and went to malls and, waitresses and 3 foot rule and all those things. Then I got online and started sending spammy messages to, people that I went to high school with that don't live near me. And I'd be like, hey, Gary, I have this opportunity that I want to put in front of you. What's your phone number? And he said, I'm married, right? Like, so I was in a lot of interesting situations that are super funny that I could go on for days and days and days and days. But I thought that the short term sacrifice for long term gain was going to work for me. And after 2.5 years of doing old school prospecting, 3 foot rule, and sending weird messages on social media to get people to talk to me, I sat down and evaluated and thought, you know what? This doesn't make sense. I'm not getting anywhere. This isn't working for me. And so I started to learn how to build online. Now, the best thing about building online is that you can do a video. Guess what? I'm probably, if you're watching this on the replay, doing something else at that time, right? But this video is out there and it's building the know, like, and trust with someone that's watching it, right? Maybe you've never met me before and this is the first time we're meeting. And now you know what my face looks like. You hear my voice. And next time you see me, you're like, oh, that's that girl that was talking about your network is your net worth, right? So online, there's so many more benefits than building old school. Okay. Now, I'm not saying old school doesn't work. It totally does. It's just, guess what everybody's staring at right now? This is how we function, is our cell phones, right? And we're touching our cell phones, we're talking to our phones, we're doing all kinds of things with our phones more than we're actually touching and talking to real humans. Okay. So that's the way the world is right now. So what I sat down and evaluated was, this isn't working. I got to figure this out, right? So there's something that has to happen on social media before you just go out there and throw out this incredible message. Hey, I'm building this incredible team, join my company, right? Now, if you've been online and you've built an audience of people and you've been online for a long time and you have a following, you could do that and be successful. But guess what most people have? They don't have that. They've never been online. Most people have never taken a selfie. They don't want to be on Facebook. They're more lurkers. They want to see what everyone else is doing, but they don't want to post their face. We want to be behind our computer. We don't want to be, out in the open, vulnerable, exposing ourselves to everyone, right? And I was that person. I had never taken a selfie before I decided to build my business online. So let's get into how we do this, all right? So step number one is you have got to build a new network of people, okay? Now, how do you do that? Okay. The fastest way to do that is to become a tour guide for other people. And the way that I did it, that was super successful. I've built two multi-million dollar businesses doing this now. And that is to become a tour guide and teach other people how to build their businesses on social media. Okay. Now, my perfect prospect is a network marketer. So you're probably a network marketer if you're hearing this message, right? And my message talks directly to network marketers. How do you build your business using social media? How you can grow your network so that you can grow your net worth, right? These are things that networkers are looking to do. Okay, so number one, build a new network on social media. I would suggest if you're a network marketer that you start figuring out how to build online and you start teaching other people. Now, I know a lot of you just went, holy crap, now I got to become a teacher. Guess what? Just think of it as being a tour guide. You learn something and you're going to teach it to someone else, okay? Just like gardening. If I learn how to do something that's cool, my neighbors will come over and be like, "Hey, where'd you get that plant? How did you make that grow?" Right? Same thing. It doesn't mean that you have to be an expert with thousands of people in your team. It means you maybe learn how to do a reel on Instagram and you show other people how to do that same reel on Instagram so they can get the same results, right? So the other way that you can do this is that you can become a piece of an affiliate company or a part of an affiliate company. And it just so happens that Beach Boss Influencers has a kickback program that you can enroll in and start getting a kickback. Okay. I'll drop the link for you if you want. You can start sharing live videos. You can do whatever you want and share your link on there. And then you get a kickback when they buy something or they enroll. All right. So what you do is you are going to grow. You're going to change. You're going to learn skills. You're going to get more skills. And this is what's going to happen is you're going to grow the know, like, and trust with other people. Okay. You've got to learn to serve other people. Now, as an example, okay, if you just put out an ad out there in the world and you're like, "Hey, I just joined the most amazing company in the world. They have, the best products, they have an incredible comp plan." 98.9% of people are not going to enroll, okay? Drop me a comment if you agree. Let me know what you think about that because I can guarantee you if they don't have the know, like, and trust with you, they're not joining you in your company. It's just how it works. It's human behavior, right? We've got to learn to build our network first. And that's where we serve people. And I want you to think about this because we are such a microwave society. It's right now, right? It's Amazon Prime, 2-day shipping. Some places you have next day shipping. Some days you have the same day shipping. Like it's crazy, right? And we think this is how our relationships should go with building our businesses. We think if we just put up the post, everybody's going to enroll and we're going to be a billionaire top of the company, right? Well, that's not how it works. It's not about your product and opportunity. It's about you. It's about the skills you can provide, how you serve other people, all those things, right? People join you. And I know you've probably heard that before. So the next piece that ends up happening is you start to brand yourself as someone that can serve other people. And people start to see you as a person of influence, right? As per somebody that knows more than they do. And it's not necessarily like, oh, I'm top of the company and I'm making millions of dollars. It's literally, oh my gosh, Brandy's a normal person, right? She has pugs that are bugging her. Her kids will probably walk in. She's a mom, she's doing all of these things. I can do that too. Okay. So you want to really focus on being who you are and being authentic on social media and sharing your vulnerability, sharing your struggles, and really showing them that they can do this too. Okay. So here's something that I want you to understand. When someone starts to come to you, because this is going to happen, when it starts to come to you, when people start to notice and they start to, really like comment on your stories or, say something on your posts or whatever. I want you to remember that when they ask about your company and joining you, you want to say, "Hey, are you interested or are you looking for a home?" Okay. Now, if they're just curious, they're just curious, are you curious? Are you looking for a home? Or are you interested? Are you looking for a home? If they're just curious, just tell them. They can go Google it, right? We don't need to waste time on people. There's so many people out there that are looking for you and waiting for you. We don't need to waste time on people that are just curious. We don't have time for tire kickers, those kind of people. But we want to remember that growing an audience takes time, okay? 6 months, a year, however long it takes you to actually start doing video and to get consistent. So that's something that's important, all right? Now, once you have this new audience of people, and you've served them. Maybe you've shared with them, Beach Boss influencers courses. Maybe you've made a kickback on them, and you've helped them, you've served them. You're doing live videos. You're showing them how to build their businesses on social media. Maybe they're in a different company right now, and you've just built that relationship, right? This is when you can start to promote to that audience. And again, you can either promote a kickback offer. Okay, it could be a product that you are getting an affiliate commission on. It could be Beach Boss influencers for people that want to build businesses on social media. It could be join my team and you give them your enrollment funnel. Okay. It could be as simple as that. And people go through that. They, fill out a quiz, they book appointment, you jump on with those people, make sure they're a fit for your team. And you have tools and skills and resources that you've put together for your team. And then it ends up being, you know what? Why am I trying to build this business by myself over here, trying to do all this by myself? Why don't I join you and we'll team up and we'll do this together, right? This is how it happens. But I want you to remember something, that this is not a microwave, okay? It's going to take some time. You are literally going to have to spend at least 6 months to a year building an audience of people before you're going to get any sort of like real, like a lot of results, okay? Now you can get results, but I mean enrolling in um, masses, right? So for instance, right now I can go do a webinar, and because I've built my business this long, since 2016, I can go do some sort of webinar, I could do a masterclass, I could do something, and whatever I tell them to do, they will do it. I've done a webinar before in the last few years and enrolled I think it was like 112 people in the first, I don't know, 3 days or something of doing that webinar. And there's some things I learned from that, right? There's some things I learned. And that one of them is to not enroll people without meeting with them, because not everybody's a fit for your team. So make sure that you are understanding it's not a microwave, okay? I want you to play the long game. Social media is a long game, and it's about serving other people. And as soon as you switch that in your mind, everything will change for you, okay? There's been times that I've gotten on a Zoom with someone just to show them how to share their screen, okay? Because I was that person. I was that person. And yes, does that take time? It does. But that's how you build relationships with real human beings, and real human beings is who enrolls in your team. So, hope you got value out of today. If you have any questions, drop them down below. You can grab your kickback with Beach Boss Influencers if you want to get a kickback for sharing stuff that we do. And you can also, if you need more on social media, how to build your business, you can grab our freebie that's going to be there. And if you haven't actually booked your rank up call with our rank up strategist, go ahead and drop call down below, and I'll have someone reach out to you, and you can book a call, and they'll talk to you about how to rank up, talk about where you're at. All right, have a great rest of your day, and I hope you enjoyed this episode and got value. And give us a like and a follow, and we'll see you next time. Bye.